Let's learn on how to create temporary tables. So generally, temporary tables are used within a stored procedure when you want to do some calculations on the fly and show some results. So in this example, we will create a temporary table and try to perform some calculations. So if you can see in front of your screen, we have a table called Retail Analytics. So in this, we will create a temporary table where we will merge street, city, zip, and state columns into one column called address, and we will see the date-wise house prices. So to create a temporary table, we have two options. First, either create a temporary table, or the other option is create a common term expression. So let's start by creating a temporary table. Creating a temporary table is similar to creating a normal table, but in temporary table, we will just specify the name followed by a hash, if you can see here. So the syntax is similar to the create table, just add hash in front of the table name. Here, what we are doing is first we are checking if the temporary table that we're gonna create already exists. If it exists, drop the table and all its underlying data, and then create a fresh new table with the same name. So here we are creating a temporary table with three columns: sales date, address, and price. So after we have created a table, we can now insert into our table. Insert is similar to inserting in the normal table. We will write insert into temporary table and the column names of the temporary table, and then we will select the data that we want to insert into this table. So here we are selecting sales date, and then we are merging four columns into one as address that we created in our temporary table. So to merge, we can just use plus street plus comma city plus comma plus zip. Since the zip is integer and all the other are varchar, means string columns, so you cannot directly just use a plus sign here. You have to convert the zip column into the string column first in order for the merge to work. So we are casting the zip from integer to the n varchar that will hold 20 length, and then comma state. This is how we create a column with a combination of other columns, and then the final column is price. So let's try to run this statement. So you can see our table has been created. So it's a temporary table that holds the data. So now we can simply query this new temporary table to see the data. So you can see we have sales date column, then the address that's taken from the four columns, and then the price. This is how we create a normal temporary table. So after we are done, we can just delete this table. So the next method is to create a common term expression that will hold the result in the memory. So once we have the result in the memory, we can then perform further calculations. To create a common term expression, we just start by using with, give a name, and as in the brackets, we write our query. So this common term expression will hold the result of this query in the memory. We can then use this CTE in our further calculation. So let's try to run this common term expression. Here you can see we got the similar result: sales date, address, and price. So this is similar to the temporary table. The only difference is that it will hold the result in memory, but in the temporary table it will create a temp table.